Hello, hello. I am here for however long I may be. Hi, I forgot to turn on my light. Hold on. There we go. Hi, it's me, Ender Thage. Art stream today for however long. If you read the title, hello there. The stream may not go for the full 3 hours, but the plan is just to stream until I'm way too tired to continue streaming. So yeah, welcome to the stream, Alice the Femcell. Great name. Good name. Yeah, is this gonna work? Come on. Rita? Do the thing, please. There it is. Alright. So, hopefully everything's audible. Yeah. Is the music too loud? Hopefully not. At the very least, it's got to be quieter than me. But that doesn't tend to be a problem. How am I doing? I'm doing all right. I just got back from a driving test, so it could be a tad lower. Got it. So I am tuckered out for the most part. But yeah, life is happening. Long Christmas break. So yeah, it's been nice. I've been doing all right. Now, why won't this connect? What is the problem? Okay, let's see if I need to plug this in. I hope I pass. You hope I pass with flying colors. I do as well. It would be really handy to be able to, drive. Give me a second. My tablet's not connecting. I don't know if that's because of a driver issue or because of the tablet just not wanting to do anything today. Oh, okay. There we go. Maybe? Oop. Oh, nope. The drivers need to... Okay, whatever. I'll just let that work. Alright. So, today... Can't over the pretentious humans are more important than other sentient beings sentiment. Yeah. I mean, the thing is... that at the end of the day, you should be watching out for pedestrians. But, like, the way that the test did it was really bad. Like, just horribly done. But at the end of the day, I managed to get past it. Also, what's up, hero? How's it going? Alright. So, today, I'm not really thinking anything in particular, for, like, what I'm gonna draw, because I don't really want to spend too much time on anything in specific. So, I think I'm just gonna take this stream as an opportunity to, draw a design for a character that I came up with a little while back and have yet to actually put to paper. So that's going to be the stream. Whether or not I complete it is up in the air. Ooh, new OC. New OC, yeah. It is supposed to fit into the world that I have created already. So I suppose it is really just a new OC, huh? Alright. Hopefully everything's alright. Came up with a millionth AU for hero today. Yeah. I have only heard but a fraction of those. But, yeah. Do tell if you wish. So, to start off, the gist of this character that I thought of, perhaps a little bit, I don't know if it's, if it could be even called self-centered, but it's real cold up here in Canada. So I've got this nice big gray jacket that I wear when it's negative 23 out and I need to walk around and stuff. And I realized that what might be a fun little character trait would be... I've been shot. cryptid that lives in the forest and is based on a lot of folklore. Yeah. Ow. Yeah. Bullets. Man down. Return fire. Oh, wait. Hold on. Return fire. Return. All right. That was a short road trip. I didn't know what to do. So for context, yesterday I was doing a road trip with my pals Biz and Holden, also known as Sopping Table, and so I did a very brief stream while on the road trip. I don't know what's happening here. Why can't I draw? Layer is locked. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. And then we thought it would be kind of funny to delete the VOD afterwards, because Biz face revealed during the road trip, during the road trip stream. So we deleted the VOD afterwards, and we're like, okay, anybody who saw the stream gets to gets to know what Biz looks like. But yeah, no, it was only like 7 minutes long. All right, so the gist of this character that I'm thinking is, and I'm just gonna actually in like that maybe. And then, like, we'll neck it out, like so. It's just gonna be a short little fella with a big ol' mustache poking out over the top of this high-cut, like, thing. I don't know what it's called. It's just, like, face covering. So I can actually probably bring this a little bit lower down. There we are. So let's just see. I'm just gonna be you know, sketching out ideas, concepts, thingamajigs. I have nothing like real concrete in my mind right now, besides the, you know, mustache peeking out over a tall neck to a snowsuit or whatever. But yeah, I suppose that's just what's gonna have to be fleshed out as during the stream. So, yeah, to those of you who just joined, if there are any of you who just joined, I'm tired as shit. I'm really tired today. I finally got around to redoing my written test to get my driver's license. So I did that, passed, luckily. And now I'm here, home. It's not the only thing I did today, but, you know, other things are, like, family stuff. I've definitely been finding I have a very short, like, social battery, per se. When I go out and do stuff, I can do it for maybe, like, a couple hours before my brain just goes, you need to go inside now. So, again, not sure how long the stream's gonna go, but, whatever. Imagine the most freakiest of cryptids in the forest, the tale of it kidnapping people and eating misbehaving children. Klaus. Not Klaus. Klaus is the Don't Starve boss based off of, what's it called? Krampus. Krampus. And eating misbehaving children. The cryptid just gnaws on tree bark for a living. I mean, that's a fun way of doing cryptid stories when you're trying to come up with new ones. Just kind of make the cryptid, like, all mysterious and shit, and then turn out to be a chill dude, you know? Because, I don't know. I feel like when it comes down to cryptids, you've kind of seen everything. Most of them are just things that hide in a place, and you occasionally see them, and they do one of a few things, being exist, kill people, kill children, kill animals. I don't know if there's any other, like, any other examples and stuff that people know. But that is my knowledge. That is what I know cryptids as. All right. So I'm gonna try to give this guy like a jolly face, because a lot of the characters that I draw tend to be very straight-faced, or like either straight-faced or real goofy like the Hoog. So I'm gonna try to make him look more like a jolly yet grounded character. You're such a sucker for SCP. You don't know if I'm into that. SCP is really cool. I quite like SCP stuff. I'm not like, I don't go looking at SCP stuff, but whenever I come across it, like a little while ago, I was playing SCP-5K, which is a relatively new, or it's not really new, somewhat new SCP game that is a really good shooter. You saw SCP stuff and it's just wow. I mean, a lot of people, that's the thing with big collective internet things like that. People tend to be like really creative. And of course that is kind of just because the ones that aren't creative get thrown out. But still, like a lot of the stuff you see on that, and if you remember fucking creepypasta, less so creepypasta, but nonetheless creepypasta, had a lot of really interesting concepts in it. And then you'd have the people who are like, you see Knife Guy, and he's right behind you, boo! You know? So, maybe not all of the stuff. I can make him look like a thumb. Look at this guy. And then I give him a single hair like a baby. I'm just kind of free flow designing this guy. Normally I'd try to go for something like I'd throw on the mirror tool and I'd be like, oh yeah, his face is like this and it does this and that. But I kind of like the angle that it started off at, so I'm just gonna continue until it is done. So one thing we want is very pronounced cheeks. We want big old cheeks that look happy, because he is happy. I don't have any ideas for what this character is, so he could be happy. He could just kind of look happy and be grumpy. He could, I don't know, have some incredibly deep lore and like he lost his family in Nam or some shit. But, yeah, I like the angle this eye is at, so I wonder if I can copy that. There we are! Alright, now let's give him some nice big old eyebrows. He gives old man energy? Absolutely. That's kind of what I'm going for. Old, like, jolly old man. Yeah, I wanna him to have kind of bumpy eyebrows like that. So we'll do the same over here. And bump, bump, bump. And same thing at the top. He's giving Lorax. Like he is currently very Lorax-esque. Perhaps I want to avoid having him look just like the Lorax, but again. But yeah, so we got eyebrows. We can give him, do we want his beard or his mustache to be more curly? Because this is a very basic mustache. I could do, say, we do this. And it kind of holds a flat shape until it gets towards the end. And then it starts curving up into a sharp Sharp twirl. Let's see. That might work. Gotta get it. Ooh, okay. I kind of like that. I kind of like the look of that. Let's just see what happens when I do it to the other side of his face. Yeah. Another thing that I kind of want to do, but I probably won't get around to doing today, is making a bunch of overlay stuff for all the sound effects, because some of you may have noticed when you play this specific sound effect known as Chime the Bell up on the TV, it shows a little bell, and I find that just kind of fun as somebody with insane amounts of ADHD. Like having bip bops and doohickeys and things like that, just to mess around with, is kind of fun. All right. I actually want this mustache to be even bigger. I realize. I want this mustache to be absolutely massive. Should add Subway Surfers gameplay into the TV. Maybe for like something particularly cheesy, but something I do want to avoid is have like really cheesy images pop up. Like I guess Subway Surfers would be fine depending on the sound effect, but like I was for the yippee one, not the yippee one, the cheering, I was looking for GIFs that I could use, and I saw a Minions one that would be perfect. Like, really stupid. However, it's fucking Minions, so I don't want to put that on my stream. Yeah. Here, let's make him bigger cheeks. You can't really see his mouth because he's got big cheeks and he's got a big mustache. I could also like give him a goatee but have it hidden for the most part. So you can't actually tell that he has a goatee, but secretly he has a goatee. I'm also going to want to give him hair at some point, because he does just look like a thumb right now. Alright. So, let's... Gotta love Pikuniku. The fact that they're coming up with another one is kind of hype. I don't know what the progress is on that, but I remember hearing something. It was like the Nintendo Direct or something that showed off a new Pikuniku game. I don't pay attention to the Nintendo Directs, Game Awards, stuff like that, really. So I can never keep track. But I seem to remember that being the case. That's too sharp. What's happening here? I could go get a reference image, but I'm vehemently against reference images. Only losers use reference images for their art and make their drawing time way less. Turn on your Switch every half a year and get bombed by Switch news. They advertise? Oh, well, of course they advertise. It's fucking Nintendo. Maybe I should get a reference image, huh? Yeah. I am fully aware that I just insulted many artists. And I choose to do it because it's funny. Look at, okay, so I've been saying, like, yeah, I don't know how long this stream's gonna go for and stuff like that. It's already almost 30 minutes. Like, time really does fly when you're just doing art and chatting and stuff like that. It's surprising. I should probably draw more often, like off stream, but I just I never think to. And when I'm drawing, I'm having a great time. When I'm not drawing, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll go draw. You know, you find every excuse to do anything but the thing that you want to do, and that is also ADHD. So I'm gonna try getting this more angular look to him. So we'll have that part of the mustache go out like so, and do the same here, except I will do yeah. I will keep it rather. I'll keep it rather angular, I think. I don't know. I really don't know what I'm doing here. My brain's like partially off. When you gather people in the group chat to play, you just go on long ass talks and then suddenly 2 hours go. Yeah. It's crazy what like interacting with friends does, huh? Human beings are like social animals or something. And then you interact with friends and it's great and you have a lot of fun. Weird how that works, eh? I should probably do it more. Yeah, no. Alright, so let's go with something like this. And I'm gonna actually... Nah, this part of the mustache is too close. I am wrong. I need to do this, but better. So I'm going to have this go around, kind of curve up, and then we can add our angled kind of thing here. And then we can do like this. Nope. Still not long enough. Okay, we make it even longer. Do like that. And then curve it over like so. Alright, and now this can probably go up a little bit, eh? Like, this side is much larger now, so I'll do this. You got a new book? Does it have pages in it? Slenderman fan 247? Also, what's up, 247? How's it going? How's the new book? What's the new book? House of Leaves. I've heard of that one as well. I hear about a lot of the books that people mentioned to me, but I don't know what any of them are. Like, I hear a lot of names of books, and I'm like, oh yeah, that one's probably popular. But besides that, I know nothing about them. What's House of Leaves about? It was humans are reliant on social interaction instead of humans are social animals. Yeah. You're so tired of people treating humans as non-animals. Humans are animals. Humans have base instincts and needs that are not just like food, water, house. A lot of people don't get that, but it is just a thing. We's the same as your regular everyday cat, dog, mouse, house. It's really hard to explain House of Leaves. Wait, no, I think House of Leaves has been explained to me by somebody. I'm not exactly sure, but somebody has explained it to me before. So I know what it means. I know everything about it. Trust me. We're good. All right. So we've got his big old cheeks. I'm going to bold those a little bit more. Give him a little more definition. And there you go. Now, he's got to have a short head, I'm thinking. Like, a really short head to fit with the overall theming of him being short. So I'm gonna cut down on his dome a bit. In fact, I could probably do the same kind of effect with the straight lines here. Erase a little bit like so. Jeez, I made this song like 2 years ago. I don't know why it's still in the playlist. It's so old. I know so much more about music theory, even though I know so little about music theory. You're almost done with Act 1 of Silksong? Act 1... Act 1's a good chunk. Yeah, I don't know what to think about the acts of Silksong. Because there's nothing, like, defining about them to me, I guess, as a Metroidvania. Usually an act, like, to me at least, defines, like, individual sections of a story. But a Metroidvania... with a... Widow is too hard of a fight for you? Widow is fucked when you're not, like, grinding out enemies and stuff. Widow was such a hard fight. And then you beat her and you realize, oh, wait, no, she is an easy fight. You just didn't know the tricks required to beat her effectively. As is the case with a lot of bosses in games like that. But, you know, with how Metroidvanias as a genre have you going between areas that you've already been, the whole, like, act thing doesn't really make sense to me. I don't know. It's like it's rehashing Act 1 in Act 3, you know? You have the mindset of the boss isn't hard, you just have a massive skill issue and you somehow power through. That's often the way to go about it. Like, if you recognize that a lot of the time when dying to a boss, it is a skill issue, then you start finding out the tricks that are required to beat that boss way better. No spoilers for how to beat Widow, but I had to completely overhaul the way I was... Or, not completely, but... I had to kind of overhaul the way that I was fighting her in that one to actually get to the end of the fight. I think almost everyone does. Oh, yeah. Everybody has a skill issue. Silksong's fucking hard. He's got kind eyes now. I like that. The neck of this should be a little bit tighter. So let's pull it in like that. After oh yeah. I am very lucky that I did not die to that. However, actually, you know what? No spoilers. Somebody just said that they were in Act 1. Let's not spoil, like, Act 3 and stuff like that. Last Judge. Don't worry about it. It's literally just a boss. Do not look into it past that point. All right. So we've got this. Should the strap be kind of like, I think the strap here, or not strap, but like the split between the two pieces of his what is it called? Neck? There's a word. Yeah, I guess neck. Neck of his shirt. Spider Dance. Yeah. One of, if not the best song from Undertale. It still holds up. As does Undertale. Undertale does just tend to hold up. Solid Snake on the shelf? Can do. So let's get him over here. Snake can hang out next to Luna. You have so much mud you need to do something with, but at the same time hoarding. I mean, there is something to be done with the mud, given that you hoard it for long enough. You know, do what you want. If you want to postpone me having to do that, then, feel free. Alright, so we're gonna go with something like this. And I actually want this to be even smaller. I mean, I've said it already on stream. I just plan on saying it in a very committal way when I do it, only to make it worth. I know I am advertising it, but you know, I'm not giving you context. You're never gonna get context unless you spend 1,000,000 points. Be freak? Okay, no, I'm not. wait, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? I'm okay. There are new concepts happening. I had an idea in my head, and then the concept of a leash showed up. That is that is not quite what I'm talking about. It very loud incorrect buzzer. Like nah. Alright, I've been trying to redraw that same line. It's a Korn song. Freak on a Leash. Well, for one thing, I don't listen to Korn. Yeah, no, you were... That... Yep. I'm not wearing a maid dress. I don't think they have maid dresses that would fit me. If you wear me down over an amount of time, then maybe. But as of right now, there are no plans to have maid dresses involved in the stream at all. All right. So we've got Guy. You recognize the animation in the corner? Yeah. Was it you who suggested it? Or was that somebody else? I don't know. I don't remember. Okay. You know what? I think he kind of needs to have, like, the super long neck here. Otherwise, it kind of just looks like he has a tiny head. Wait, no. He does have a tiny head. No. We continue. You love that it's not... No, it is uncomfortable for me, but I don't think that's possible for me to do. Oh, you suggested... Yeah, there have been quite a few suggestions. I cannot keep track of who suggested what. But, I mean, when it comes down to it, I don't tend to be uncomfortable with that many things. So there is a future. There is potentially a future. However... potentially is emphasized. All right. How do I draw this? I guess here, actually, if I do like this. Yeah, okay, that'll do it. That'll do it. So I'll put like that, and then like that, and then this can continue down like so, and then from here it can have a big old button to denote that it is buttoned closed. A little artist trick. You can draw things so that people think that they're there. It's just like incredibly stupid shit. All right. And I'm not going to draw the threads in the button. That's too much effort. Comfortable, uncomfortability. Why am I having such a I can't think today. Before I was having trouble pronouncing like every other word. Is also somewhat of a foreign concept depending on who is speaking to you in that kind of manner. I mean, like, for me, I literally couldn't care about my outward appearance. Well, no, I could care about my outward appearance, but at the end of the day, I don't. So, you know, I don't... Sure, at some point in the future, there may be something that would be, like, normally considered uncomfortable that I will do. Is it an inevitability? An inevitability? No. No, there's no world in which it's an inevitability. I am actually having such a hard time speaking. Alright, so now, should I give this guy regular proportions, or should I make him absolutely minuscule? Like, should he be a short guy or a little fella, you know? You got new CDs. Huh. Yeah, I forgot. When I was a young boy, my father... Those are the only lyrics I know to that song. I don't even know what the name was. I don't even know what the name to that song is. All right. You know what? I'm thinking this guy, he's just gonna be a little fella. He's just gonna be a little fella. So we're gonna give him some nice broad shoulders. So, like so. I still haven't given him hair. He might just end up being bald. Now I'm just drawing myself, but if I was, like, tiny. You memorized the intro to Welcome to the Black Parade's piano intro before he even got a piano? That's... that's impressive. I should give him Rapunzel hair. Like, I don't know what Rapunzel hair looks like, but I can assume that it's just, like, long and flowing, considering that that's the story of Rapunzel. This is good. This is good. Alright. And let's give him a nice puffy snowsuit. Oh, the bell! The bell! He should be a handsome, long-haired man. I don't know. I think I kind of like the idea of him being, like, minimally hairy. I was going to say haired. Haired is not an adjective, I don't think. Oh yeah, I could probably get rid of the hair now. I forgot about the fact that the hair was there and not supposed to be there. Okay. So we want him to be kind of egg-shaped. So it starts, it gradually gets thicker and then peaks around this bottom part. Eggman. Yeah, and then I'm going to give him fucking twig legs. So it's going to go like this, and then at the end it's going to kind of taper out. I've come to make an announcement. Shadow the Hedgehog is a bitch-ass motherfucker. He killed my... pissed on my wife. That's what that is. This guy is just kind of Eggman-esque. Now that you mention it. He is very Eggman-esque. So let's give him a good set of hair so that he isn't quite Eggman-esque. Also, I gave him a full body, even though I said that I would not be doing that. So let's just do this, huh? Just grab his entire body and shrink it down a little bit. It's a little too small. Okay, maybe the original size is actually all right. How dare they? Who's Snapcube? I am fully aware of the consequences of saying something like that. Who's Snapcube? I think I've definitely heard about like, or I've definitely heard about Snapcube. Yeah, no fucking duh. Yeah, I know. Okay, I know Lythero, who is another guy who does stuff with the dude who voice acted that. I've never watched Snapcube, so I don't know. I don't know what I don't know what the deal is with that. Sonic games and stuff. Yeah. I only know the Lythero stuff when it comes to that, where they're like playing and doing cutscenes and whatnot. Yeah, Lythero is funny. Okay, so we're gonna go like this. His hands, his arm may be a little small. I want him to be resting his arms on his stomach, because that's a very classic like. That's a very classic like big belly like resting position. Jolly big man resting position. You know, I only ever hear the term jolly being used for dudes, like men. Are there any examples besides like Mrs. Claus that of women who are jolly? Or is jolly like a gendered pronoun, or not pronoun, adjective or something? Leon Kennedy was made to be feminine. They did one of RE2 and force femmed Leon Kennedy. Ah. Yeah. Ooh, man. Women are too miserable to be jolly. Wow. That, I mean, fair. All things considered, kind of fair. Ooh, man. It's funny. So, gonna go like this. Erase all of these. Androphobes when they seem men. I don't know what an androphobe is. I'm learning new words today. Andro? I still that doesn't like I don't know what that means. The different I don't whether or not I read it right or wrong, I don't know what it means. Okay. We'll do like this. How should I do this? That all men are predatory. Ah. Yeah, I'd never heard of that. Although that's definitely something that I could see being a belief, considering that there are a lot. Alright. I'm hungry. Any of you guys got food? Can I mooch? Weird belief. I mean, a lot of beliefs are rooted in something. some kind of trauma or misinformation. And so I get where that would come from. Not that I support it in any way, because that's a very sexist thing to believe, but I get where it comes from. Gonna go get your mac and cheese. I wish I had leftover mac and cheese. Much more different from androphobia. I mean, I'd have to look into it to make a claim. A lot of people who seem very confident in their beliefs have those beliefs made because of experiences. So, like, even if androphobia is literally just like people being like, yeah, they fucking suck, fuck you, like that kind of shit, I could imagine something led to that being that happening. Alright. Baba is you music. But, you know, I haven't eaten anything other than some food I made this morning. So I am pretty low on energy right now. Good thing that art doesn't tend to take a lot. Although I will probably end stream like very soon. So let's try to finish up the upper half of this guy, you know? Transandrophobia, when it's directed towards trans men and transmasculine people. I mean, fair, but I get it makes sense that people would be like that, but also it doesn't make sense why anybody would think that. Because it makes sense to me as in, it makes sense that people are, you know, bigoted enough to do that, or stupid enough, or uneducated enough to do that, but also, why? Yeah. Alright, so that's one sleeve done. Let's try this other one. Just give him a nice pose, you know? Make him look nice and jolly. I don't know why. Maybe it's because you guys were talking about Silksong before, but as I draw this guy, I feel like he is giving off like Hollow Knight vibes, even though he is just a guy. But I feel like I could probably translate him pretty easily into some kind of Hollow Knight character. Like these turn into fucking horns and then fucking face. I mean, Hollow Knight. Look, Hollow Knight right there. That is the Hollow Knight. Look, that is him. Look. It's got the spikes and everything. All right, I'm gonna stop being stupid. I do need a Hollow Knight soda. I didn't realize that was like an important thing to have. When you were a moderately young child, your biological father took you to a city to see a marching band. What a touching story. I wonder if it could be sung melodically to I don't know. I'm just saying words. I'm dumb. One of the worst things about Canada and living in such a cold place, like, sure, it gets to negative 23 degrees out, yeah, which is awful. Like, you'd never want to be out when it's that cold. It just feels like pain. Wind is awful. However, above that, on the angering Ender Gauge scale is how dry it is. It's snowy outside and your life is a blessing. Like, my lips are so chapped all of a sudden, and my eczema is worse. And, like, it's just so dry, and then in the summer, it's so wet. It's so humid and gross. Like, why do we have to deal with this shit? It's never snowing in your area? Are you in... Yeah, you're in U.S., so... I don't know. I know that the U.S., like, northern U.S. gets a lot of snow, I'm pretty sure. Like, New York and Boston, shit like that. But, yeah. You wish it was snowing on New Year's, but hey, you'll take snow for the New Year's. Yeah. Snow is very nice when you are not, like, insanely cold and stuck out in it. You're in Washington. There's, like... sorry, I'm not really the most knowledgeable on U.S. geography, but that's... There's, like, two Washingtons. Or, there's, like, Washington, D.C., and then there's Washington. Unless I'm wrong. In which case I'm wrong. You know? Yeah. I somehow gave this guy a very, like royal pose. I don't know what... I dropped my drawing pen, and look where it landed. Hold on, let me see if I can even bring this close enough here. Hold on. It like landed sticking out of the wire, I guess. I don't know how that happened. Let me just take that. Washington State. I don't know where that is. Anyhow, there's no snow in Western Washington. I can understand that. Which, yeah. You have a bad government. It hasn't been 3 days, and apparently the U.S. is bombing Venezuela. They're bombing them now? Wait, all I knew about it was the fucking kidnapping, but they're bombing them? Washington is below British Columbia. Oh, okay, gotcha. I've been there. I've been there in the summer. It's hot as shit. It's fucking awful. But, yeah, nah. You bombed them. Gotta just love having a wannabe dictator in control of the biggest militarily powerful country. Or the most militarily powerful country. It's really just good prospects all around. All you know is the penis state, Florida. You got Boston, which is the top corner. You got Chicago, which was important in the 20s, and is now just kind of a place that I hear about occasionally. And then you got Washington. It's got the Abe Lincoln Memorial in it, I think. That might be the right... I don't actually remember. Yeah, you have hot summers, but Arizona has worse summers. Well, yeah, no duh. Chicago is a city? Potato, potato. Texas and California. I mean, Texas is iconic for the shit it gets up to. I'm thinking Washington, D.C. I am. Where's that? Because when I was much younger, I went on a cross-country road trip with my family, all the way across Canada. It took like... I don't even remember how long it took. It took so long. Mayland. I don't know where that is. Maryland. Oh! No, I don't know where that is, but I recognize the name. It's southeast. I went to see the Abe Lincoln Memorial. Like, I saw it. I was there in person. But if it's in the southeast, like, you mean... Washington, D.C. Where is it? Oh, okay. It's not actually that far down. For a second, I thought it was like way further down in the south. But no. That's like a reasonable distance, maybe. This guy suddenly went from jolly to like polite. He does still have he has a very polite look to him as well. So, you know, if I'm like doing this, then my thumb would be out. So it'd be like this. And then we'd have third one. And finally we have pinky finger. No. And then I'm gonna have the pinky finger kind of wrap around this. So that it's like he's holding on to it with the rest of his fingers. Doesn't have the American rock band, also known as My Chemical Romance. New Jersey has them. But do y'all see just dumb shit some Americans say? Oh, yeah. A lot of the thing about the U.S. is that a lot of them are uneducated. Like, a lot of them are uneducated. A surprising amount. Which is crazy. Because I'm in Canada. And a lot of us are educated. Yeah. And admittedly, in Canada, we do also have a bunch of dumbasses. So, I'm not saying that we don't. But, yeah, no, education really does a lot to help with that kind of issue. All right. Is this pinky wrong? This pinky feels wrong. Maybe I should lower that. Germany being a third world country after World War II. I could call them American idiots. We could call them American idiots. That's true. Now, okay, something's wrong here. I think the middle finger is a little too long. So we'll go like this, and then like so. Okay, that works. And yeah, so his other arm's behind his back. Middle fingers are longer sometimes, but when they're curled over, they're like not that significantly longer. At least as my fingers. That is true. People do have different fingers, finger sizes. Don't judge. Honestly, I feel like having a slightly longer middle finger is like a fucking superpower. Imagine flipping somebody off and your finger being an extra inch or some shit. You know? I feel like that adds more power. Yeah, exactly. Superpower of telling somebody to shut the fuck up or something. Alright. Okay. The hand shape is kind of weird, but honestly, I don't mind it. It's just kind of weirdly angled. But you know, that works. Alright, so yeah. Ooh, best viewers on streamboot.com. Yes, purchase our viewers. Okay, he died. Theme song for Giant Gassy Bird. Killed the bots. The bot is dead. All right. So now what I can do is I kind of exaggerate these features. So I'm gonna have this kind of go out. Ow! Oh dang! Sorry. Ow! Ow! Something Biz and I have been doing, whenever we're just hanging around, we've started, like, I don't know if you guys ever fuck about with your friends, just like, I don't know how to describe it, just goof off, you know? Anytime one of us would pretend to die, like, if there was a circumstance in which we are pretending to die, the immediate response of the person they are talking to is to run up to that person and go, "Loot! Loot!" And I don't remember exactly why I got reminded of that, but I got reminded of that, and it's still just so funny to me. Like, it's just so stupid. You choked on a macaroni and cheese noodle. It's just so stupid. In any circumstance where somebody pretends to die, it's like I press this, and I pretend to die, and then the immediate reaction of the person next to me is, "Look!" Oh my god. I am such a dumbass. Ow. That was probably loud. I'm sorry if I shouted too loud. I'm very loud, man. Why did I do that? Why did I loot you? I'm sorry. Was I being too loud? Hopefully not. I know that, like, I bought this microphone for the purpose of not peaking the mic, because my previous one, when I'd get too loud, it would get, like, awful on the ears. So I bought this one because this is the one that Schlatt uses, or uses? I don't know. And he screams a lot. I suppose it doesn't really help. At the end of the day, if I'm loud, then I'm going to be loud. The way you joke with some of your friends is the most shitposted, gayest shit you'll ever see. Oh, yeah, no, totally. When I'm joking with my friends, it is full-on homosexual. I may be ace, but when I'm with my guys, I'm gay as shit. It's just how it is. That's just brotherly love, you know? Sex is the funniest shit to asexual people? You know, kind of true. I've got an ace friend. Kind of disjointed story, but I got reminded of it, and I want to tell it now. I was in, like, VR chat with an ace friend and, like, some non-ace friends, and the topic of short stacks came up. And is this the new character, Mustache Deej? I don't know what he is, but I guess he is a new character. Also, what's up, Hollow? Welcome to the stream. But the topic of short stacks came up. And for some reason, and context, we were both so drunk. Everybody, or rather, only me and this other ace dude started, like, arguing about the topic, and everybody else who was, like, you know, not ace had nothing to say. It was so weird, like, looking back on it, that the two ace people were arguing about something that you really would not expect them to be arguing about. You guys ever repeat something a video game character says a lot? Yeah. I'm dying! I need a medic bag! Just the definition of what a short stack is. You can't stop saying jackpot? What character is that? Or what video game / character / whatever the heck? I want him to have a gut. Dante? Ah. I want him to have a gut. So let's give him a gut. That's not a gut. Okay, so it's got to be, like, really out there. Really curved over. Okay, and then this side's actually gonna go out because of how jackets work. Dante. Gun! Ah! Yeah, no, but I do that sometimes. Sometimes, you know, sometimes when I'm with my guys, you just gotta have some kind of vocal stim. And for those of you who were around a while back while I was streaming, you might remember, hey guys, how's it going? Like just talking like a fucking YouTuber. We would do that all the time. We'd just go, hey guys. You just gotta have those earworms, you know? The funniest part about being Aero Ace is being able to give the most normal advice to people when they have no... I mean... yeah. You can... being able to... I mean, I won't say that I give good relationship advice. But also, I'm not gonna say I'm a virgin. Next. Next topic. Yeah, no. So, for this guy... I knew that would get a reaction. I can't just say that. I can say that. I can say whatever I want. It's my stream. I get to be as weird as I want. Because the only negative thing that will happen is people will leave. Please don't leave. You also say the classic line, foolishness, Dante, foolishness. I think I've heard that one. That one I do recognize. Ace person did the funny, and that's not okay. You're leaving. How dare they? An ace person implying sex. How dare they? That's just my impression of you. I'm leaving. That is, as we know, classic hero voice. Hero's iconic voice. You're welcome. You're welcome. That's. Have any of you guys seen like Smiling Friends, or if you are just a fan of Oni Plays, that's just such a funny joke to me. Saying that something is iconic when nobody knows what it is. Like, who's this guy? Yeah, it's Jimmy John with his iconic mustache and button. It's like, it's just so stupid. I love it. I just wanted my cheese. I can't do an Alan impression. I'm leaving. And we're back. You can do a Pim impression. What does Pim sound like? He's like, oh, Charlie! Charlie! I love everything! No, that's closer to one of the other characters. It's closer to... Who's that? Fucking Shrimp? There's also Grandma. And every character voiced by Zach. You know, if you can do a Zach impression, then you can do a character, like literally an impression of every single one of those characters. All right, so as stated at the start of the stream and in the title of the stream and also in the Discord thing, I think we are going to call it early. so let's quickly save this. Zach is in everything. He is. He's like one of the 3 or 4 voice actors in that show. And also, he's just kind of gets around. As somebody who grew up with like Newgrounds and stuff, seeing the amount of stuff being done by people like Senor Pello, Psychic Pebbles, or Zach, and Gooseworks. Gooseworks is a big one as well. It's really nice. I love indie. It's great. All right, now, do we have any ideas for a name for this fella? I don't know if he's gonna show up again, but he's here. Senor Pello. I don't think I'm gonna name this Senor Pello, but also Senor Pello. Hell yeah. Yippee! Yeah. Hey. Any names? Okay, let me think of one. The bell. I like that. Okay, it's very obvious to me that you guys like the image showing up because the bell has been rung so many times already. People just want to ring the bell. And I respect it. I like ringing the bell. What button is the bell? You just like the ominous bell? The ominous bell as a concept is also kind of funny. Oh, there's a cooldown. I forgot I set that. At least I set the cooldown way shorter than it was before. So you can ring the bell at once a minute. Alright, so Orwell? Does Orwell sound like a name for this kind of guy? You love the where's everyone going bingo bell. Why do I recognize that? Why do I know what that's a reference to? The bell. Again. I'm very happy with how that turned out. With like the bell, like it showing up for a little bit. Leon S. Kennedy, Resident Evil 4. That makes sense. One of your 247 obsessions. All right. Any other names? Any other names? Because I see Hawo is saying nah. To what? I'm not sure, but I am assuming to the name Orwell. So what would be a good name for a fella like this? Orwell fits, but I feel like we could do better. It's got to be something posh-ish. Orwell is taken? By who? Orwell? Pfft. There isn't a single Orwell in existence right now. Hi, Orwell. Damn. It would appear, Hawo, that you have been outvoted. People like Orwell. I'm sorry. To die? I don't know what I don't know why I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Fucking James Bond villain. Oh yeah, I forgot. I no longer have YouTube Music. So we're just gonna have to deal with that occasionally. Die! Thy end is now! Do you guys know that fucking video of Minos Prime's voice lines being played over, like, I don't remember what song it is, but it's just a video of a dude with a big shoe. That was my introduction to Minos Prime. That was what introduced me to the concept of him. All right. Thy end is now. You mean say? Who's saying what? Who's straight? Oh no, Slender is. Oh okay. If you violently kiss a man, I'd say that's just kind of like regular guy stuff, you know? No one is straight. Everyone's a little gay. All right. So what I want to do before the stream's up is set up at least one more of these little TV thingamajigs. So, I am going to put this guy on. We may have to squish him a little bit. Okay. Yippee! Yippee! I did it better. Okay, so let's line that up like there. And squish it down. Nope, that's cutting it down. Squish it down like so. And now we can take this and put it like that. And there. So now that's just playing over and over again. Not exactly what we want. So in here so that you guys can see. There we are. I am going to use this funny little tool that I have to make it work. So we're going to start off by just turning this off. So I can't see anything there. Now we are going to go to Yippee. You lay to rest until you remembered Widow Silksong still must be defeated. Taking a little break from a game really does help. I think I had to take a break from Widow. Wait, maybe I don't remember. I really don't remember. So this is a fun little tool. It's kind of built like Scratch. If any of you guys did programming stuff when you were like really young in school, like introductory programming stuff. This is kind of built in the same way, where whenever I want to happen happens, it'll activate these things from top to bottom. So what I need to do is get something called streaming software. There we go. I can put that in there, and we can put it to OBS. We can put it to whatever. Action. Source filters. Source filter. Oh, okay. There we are. Scene name optional. Okay, that's fine. You took a break, then proceeded to try to collect every whip in Terraria. Gotta love it. All right, so this one is called yippee.gif. So we are going to set it up like so, and then I will quickly duplicate it, and I will just set the visibility off. So hopefully, and I learned this, if you play the sound before you try to do like the actual noise, then it'll play the sound, like completely play the sound, and then put up a picture for a few seconds, which is not exactly what I'm looking for. So hopefully, if I save this as is, and then I go press the play button. Yay! Oh, wait, hold on. It stayed up there a little too long, so let's get back in. Yippee! Now what exactly could be happening here? Let me grab my voice mod real quick. I hate voice mod so much. The only reason why I use it is because of the fact that it's like one of the only soundboard things I can use. But like all of this AI garbage that they shoveled into it the second they could, it's like what is this garbage? I hate it. Okay, so that ends right then. Why is it still playing so long after it? Like why is it replaying over and over again? Let's see. Snake Metal Gear Solid. He's up there. You can see him. Maybe if I put another weight in, that'll make it longer, but it might mess with the logic a bit. No. Okay. You love Snake Metal Gear? You seem to love many of the things that you put in your name, huh? You do tend to do that, huh? Nah. Source visibility. What do I want from this? Why is it doing it? 247 is just a lover. Yeah, they're not a fighter. Are you a fighter, 247? Is 247 like the opposite of Agent 47? Like, Agent 47, he's a hitman, kills people, isn't exactly a lover. Are you like the alternative? Are you the hug woman to the hitman? Sometimes, although you are weak. Damn. Just stating it. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure why it takes so long to actually activate. Okay, that put it up for like half a second. I'm not sure why. Voice mod, play sound. Can you work goodly? Alright, whatever. Ah! Cool. Buddies want to play, you have to explode. Bye. Have good. Stream's ending soon anyways, so, you know. Most characters you love in games tend to be men. I mean, that's not weird. You swear you're not straight? You can appreciate a character. You're allowed to do that. Have a good one here. Alright. Yeah, that's a problem. So why? Why does it say that it's not? It's there. It's very visibly there. So what's the deal? Okay, no, it's there now. Alright, well... Like, why does it loop so many times? I haven't heard the things you've said about Leon S. Kennedy. I haven't, admittedly. I don't know. You can appreciate a man's body without being interested in him. A man's supple curves. It's awful. That's fucking gross. It's just gross. Ugh. I can say it because I'm a dude. I'm a guy. I can be gay. You're very interested in Leon Kennedy? Ah, well, fuck it. You can be bi. Or you could just be gay with a sprinkle of Leon Kennedy in it. I don't know. You choose. I'm not the judge. Alright, like, I really don't know why this isn't working, but I don't have the mental capacity to try to fix it right now. So, yeah. Let me just double check that the yippee thing does the yippee thing. Yippee! Yay! You also said very interesting things about Alucard. I assume you said very interesting things about a lot of characters. It wouldn't be unexpected, to say the least. An extra button here. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked. That's an interesting outfit choice. When making these characters for the world that I have developed, I like to try to add some novelty, try to make things new, try to make things unique. So, Yeah, okay, I could try that. All right. To the Ink Demon from Dark Revival. Was OG Bendy better though? That's the real question. Because I don't really remember Bendy and the Ink Machine very well. It was a mid-game. So, you know. But, what am I trying to do? Oh, yeah. You can tell I'm tired because I keep forgetting that I want to end stream. I keep forgetting that I want to end the stream. That's how tired I am today. All right. Dark Revival has a nice, deep, smooth voice. I forgot that he spoke. Huh. Yeah. But, yeah. I am going to call the stream here. So, yeah. Thank you to everybody for watching. VOD viewers, of course. Yeah. And I will see you guys next week. Maybe. I don't know. It depends on how the moving thing goes, you know? So, I may or may not be streaming next week. We'll see. Bye-bye.